feel like something's getting in my way. I feel like things are harder than usual. Perhaps there is a need to uncross yourself. Hello, storytellers. Welcome to Storytelling Tarot. My name is Jeida K, and I am so excited that you're with us. Today is day 14 of Divcember, which is a tarot twist on Vlogmas, where every day I'm bringing you a word, a divination for you to be refreshed and reflect upon 2023 as we move into the year ahead. I'm so glad that you're with us today because the ancestors, they want to talk to us about commitment. So we are going to get into why this is so important for us to get these things now as we move into the year ahead. I'm telling you now, they got a word for us. Let's go ahead and get into today's message. Our message for the day is tethered. Tethered, though, was reversed. And so as I was looking at this card, the first word that came up for me in bold letters was commitment. The spirits are talking to us about our lack of commitment, which is interesting. The tethered card speaks to us about contracts. It speaks to us about being in union, right? You see how these look like a chain that's locked, right? Ours was in reverse. And so they are talking about all the ways that we have loosed ourselves from relationships and connections that we should actually be investing in. This is about our spiritual development, our spiritual commitments. Because the question that came up was, are you trustworthy? Can your ancestors and spirits trust you? Because our spiritual development and our spirituality is, at its core, relationship. When we say we want to know our ancestors, we are saying we want to get to know your names. We are saying that we want to spend time with you. We are saying that we want to share and exchange energy and love and time with one another, right? And so they're getting on us a little bit because this tether card in reverse is talking about all the times that we have not honored our commitments to our spirituality and to our relationship with our spirits. What I was hearing was the song by Vicki Winans, Shake Yourself Loose. Shake yourself loose, everything that binds you up. And while that's a celebratory song because it's about liberation and getting free, right? I was kind of hearing it in this sense. This tethered reverse is kind of showing us shaking ourselves loose from particular commitments because they don't feel good, or because we are tired, or because we're bored or discouraged. And so they're saying it's time for us to pick up our commitments again, to return to our devotion. And so what's interesting is, as I'm looking at this tethered card, I'm thinking about what my friend and hoodoo teacher Zolani said, and I'm going to actually put Zolani's video about this. Zolani has an amazing video about uncrossing. Please go watch it. In the video, Zolani teaches about how we can cross ourselves up sometimes. And that's what this feels like, because this tether card reverse feels like spiritual debts. It feels like spirits in our frame, for those who are familiar, who haven't been fed in a while. It feels like we have been praying and asking for God to, make things shake and move. And God did what God does and answered the prayer. But we didn't hold up our end of the bargain. And so Spirit is saying that we must now recommit, not only to establishing and furthering our relationship with our spirits and our ancestors, but also recommit to our healing journeys, recommit to our transformation stories. It's necessary now more than ever. We have to be fortified and strengthened. And so for some of you, maybe you've been feeling like there's blockages, and I feel like there's things that are just like, I feel like something's getting in my way. I feel like things are harder than usual. Perhaps there is a need to uncross yourself by examining if you have collected or stacked up any debts that need to be cleared. If perhaps you need to go to your ancestors and give them a nice smoking plate, refresh their coffee. Baby, what I'm hearing is some of them just saying that they just miss you and they just want to spend time with you. Like, yes, of course, it's nice to bring offerings, and also they're saying you are an offering. We just miss you, baby. And that is the main thing. Sometimes prayer is the offering. Saying their names out loud and say, I remember you and I thank you. That's an offering. For others, it may be more robust. For others, some of y'all probably going to be going to the crossroads before the year is out. For some of you, you may need to go to visit the railroad before the year is out. For some of you, you just need to pick up where you left off with those spirits. Either way, this tether reverse is saying it's time for us to recommit. It's time for us to keep our promises. It's time for us to hold up our ends of the bargain and to become united and in good standing with our spirits again. Our ancestors, they love us, yes. But also, what are the things that we can give to them? For some folks, you need to do more cleansings. That's what you need to recommit to. Not only cleansing your home, but cleansing your body, cleansing your head. For others, they're saying, we've been telling you to get out in nature and you still ain't done it. For others, they're saying you need to meditate. It is necessary for you to meditate. For others, they're saying that you have gone to reader after reader, diviner after diviner. You keep pulling cards and doing these things, but you ain't done a single thing we've already said for you to do. But you're looking for more answers. We need to recommit and follow through. That is what is necessary. That is what they're calling us all out on. But it's for our good. It's for our glory. And we will be so grateful because our spirits, they are committed to our healing as well. They just want to know, are we still committed to them? If you're still with me, I would love if you could click that like button. And if this is your first time and you like this type of thing, consider subscribing. We would love to make you a part of the Storytelling Tarot fam. So our tarot cards for the day is the Sun. This is our 2023 lesson, and it was reversed. Now, like many tarot readers, I believe that the Sun is beautiful, whether it's upright or reversed. It is such a beautiful card that is illuminating the joys and the pleasures of life. It is a card of harvest. It is a card of good times. It is immeasurable goodness and sweetness and juiciness. It's all the things that you love, right? Now, the Sun reversed, I love it because it is you recognizing the life in you. It is you recognizing that you are the source of joy, your own joy. It comes from the inside out. It is you discovering just how brilliant you are. It is you discovering just how vivacious you can be when you water the garden that is you. The Sun reverse can also be journeying toward and building a relationship with your inner child, which we love. Because as we heal all the younger versions of ourselves, we are actively healing the older versions of ourselves. We are collaborating, allowing transformation to happen. What's going to be important for us to take with us into the year ahead, not to dampen our own day and our own joy, to allow ourselves to continue to stay connected to the things and the people and the experiences that light us up. And of course, this includes our spirituality, which is why it's so important for us to stay committed to it. And I do want to add, it's natural for spiritual fatigue to happen. It's natural for things to just feel hard. Perhaps you are depressed. Perhaps you are anxious. Perhaps you're going through something. Perhaps there are many, many reasons why we have to take a break. And also, instead of focusing on what we can't do, what can you do? What are the ways that we can recommit? What are the ways that we can water ourselves and our spiritual life? I really enjoy and appreciate this messaging about learning how to be in communion with younger versions of ourselves. And so it's so important for us to engage in and to remember the tender, innocent, and fun sides of ourselves as we continue to be creative and explore and to allow ourselves to really be the center of our own joy. So here's our reflection question for the day. And it's a fun one. How can you engage in more play and pleasure? Today, tomorrow, over the next course of the year, how can you engage in more play? And if you're feeling really bold, what's something that you always wanted to do that you used to count out, but now your playful side is curious and ready to try? I would love to know your answers. And if you're interested in mine, it's already in the comment section. All right, my loves, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 15.